What's up, YouTube? It's your girl, Faye. How are you guys? I hope that you guys are all blessed and that your families have been blessed since the last time that we spoke. Please excuse the egghead, but it's bedtime. I'm about to do my face regimen, and I remembered I have to do a tag. And a lot of other people are doing this tag, so I wanted to do mine and post it before I watch their video. So anyway, I was tagged by Tobemeistobefree, the lovely Gwen. Thank you for tagging me. First off, let me say that I'm very happy that, Gwen, you are feeling better, and I pray that you get your rest and relax so that you can be back to 100% sooner than later. Okay, but I'm happy to see you back and pumping out them videos. So anyway, the tag is about 5 things that you would do differently. Kind of like a look back on life. Now, a lot of these things could be regrets to some people. I don't regret anything that I do in life, or I don't look at it as a regret. I look at it as a lesson learned, and I've always been that way. And the reason why I do that is because at the time I felt like I was making a decision. I may be able to look back on it now and say, girl, you shouldn't have did that. But at the time, I felt like I was making a good decision. So don't regret it. Probably would have done it a little bit differently or handled it a little bit more tactfully. You know what I mean? So these are not numbered. Well, the first thing is numbered, and it's very important to me. But the rest won't be numbered. The number one thing that I think I would have done differently in my life is I would have been nicer to my mother. And that's a hard thing for a lot of people to say, but I mean it. Around 16, 17, you know, I was an average teenager. Everybody's plight is different, and I left home after high school. And I know that during that whole period, I really hurt my mother a lot. So, wasn't living in the street. I had an apartment. I was paying bills. I was living, you know what I mean? But I just wasn't living under her household. And, you know, we've mended fences and we've moved on, and we are, I mean, like, best friends right now. You know, and we've been that way for the past couple of years. But, you know, when you sit back and you reflect, you know, I know that that hurt her feelings a lot, and even though I've apologized, sometimes you're a little harder on yourself. And for that, you know, that is the one thing that I can honestly say I would do differently. I would have handled the situation a little bit differently. I definitely wouldn't have hurt her feelings, because, you know, nobody wants to hurt their mama. No, nobody does that. So, yeah, so that's one thing. The next thing that I would have done differently is I would have went to college. Again, same turbulent time. Graduated with a 3.5. But I let my circumstances, you know, block me from my goals. Actually, I had no plans. So I just didn't apply to school. You know, not because I didn't want to go. I wanted to go. I just didn't. You know what I mean? And at the time, I wasn't going to a high school where, I'm going to say it, black kids were pushed to do things. So even though I had a 3.5 when I graduated from high school, no one asked me if I had done the SAT. No one did those things for me. So it fell upon me, and at the time, it was a turbulent time, so I didn't. And trust me, being 33 or 32 and in school and working full-time, it sucks. So if you're under 18, 21 and you're looking at this video, go to school. Look at my cat eye, and the person know who I'm talking to. Go to school, because in the end, or later on down the line, it will not be cool to be this age and going to school. Oh, it's never too late, but it's a little bit more stressful. And for me, I wish I would have gone to school earlier, so I wouldn't have to be dealing with work stress and school stress at the same time. That's all I got to say about that. Let's see. The next thing that I would have been done differently is I would have been more proactive about my weight. Of course, you know, I'm no lightweight. I was diagnosed with PCOS in 2004, and I think that was a turning point for me, but because I had no idea what it was and I didn't have the inner strength to deal with it, which is also linked to the PCOS, I just didn't have the motivation and the drive to do it. And not that I have it now, but I kind of wish that I would have tried to find it, because now it's even harder now than it was for me to do it when I was, back in 2004 or 2002. So, I would have taken my health a little bit more seriously. I was always bigger than most, whether it was fat or not. But, if everybody was 65 pounds, I was like 85 pounds or 10 pounds bigger than everybody else, at least. But, it didn't bother me because no one was really explaining to me, what was going wrong. They were just telling me I was too fat, I needed to lose weight. It wasn't until I found a good doctor, and I'll do another video on that, but, and it wasn't until I found someone who was, like, noticing a trend that I got tested and I found out that I did have PCOS. But again, I wasn't ready or armed with the proper information to deal with it, so I didn't. The next thing, of course, I would have said yes when I needed to and no when I needed to, especially when it comes to men. Not made the best choices, and definitely maybe some good ones got away, and that might be hindsight. After dealing with a jerk, I might be saying to myself, maybe I should have checked so-and-so. But no, I think I would have been a little bit wiser with some of the choices, because it wouldn't have, it would have gone a lot better. Let's see. And I guess the last thing that I would say is that kind of ties into everything and, me in general. I think I would have recognized that I had daddy issues before I turned 32. Sorry, 31. I didn't know that I had daddy issues. Like, I grew up in a single family home, and, I just survived. But I really wouldn't have, I wish I would have been able to pinpoint, certain things and realize that, stop looking for the one thing that you're missing in the wrong place. You know what I mean? And again, everybody's plight is different. So what's heavy on these 5'1" shoulders may be light on your 5'1" shoulders. You know what I mean? But for me, certain things were a ton of bricks. When you get hit with that ton of bricks, baby, it's an eye-opener. So definitely, those are the things, again, that I would think about off the top of my head. I'm sure there's more. For those of you observant people. So that was it. Thank you very much again, Gwen, for tagging me. And I tried to answer the best I could, as honestly as I could. For those of you who noticed, my hair is straight. Long story. I'm posting videos about this. I'm editing them. They're taking a little bit longer than I thought. But anyway, that's my tag, and I hope y'all enjoyed. I'm tagging anyone who wants to do this tag, because honestly, I've thought about it over the past couple of days, and it was like, you know what? That might be something to look into. So I hope you guys all liked it. And again, I hope you guys have a great weekend. If I don't see you again, bye.